Hello everybody, hello and welcome to day one of the Intuitive Upgrade Challenge. 21 days of practicing, of looking at our actions and also creating a mindset shift and a soul shift so we can upgrade, up level our intuition. So if you have not met me before, I'm Victoria Bond, and it is a real honor to be in this space with you right now. We have currently just got over 100 people that have joined the 21-day intuitive upgrade. And just before we get into any type of, I'm going to do a little bit of kind of a training style, but every day is going to be a little bit different. So some minutes it might be 3 minutes, some minutes it might be 30 minutes. I don't like to limit or commit to anything I want to do, but because the truth is we're changing and shifting, and in 21 days time I'm going to be a completely different person, as are you. All we have is right now in this present moment, and tomorrow is just merely a thought, right? So what can we do today to upgrade our intuition? What can we do today to up level ourselves, mind, body, and soul? So I'm going to share with you something, and I'm going to do this along with you, okay? So this is really cool. So first of all, I've got a couple of questions. So I highly recommend that you have yourself a journal. This is my journal. It's just a basic journal, but it's got a lot of pages in it, so I can just jot down anything I desire at any given time. I just had a beautiful bath and did some journaling in the bath. So I recommend you have some paper or a journal or even your laptop to jot down anything, because I've got a couple of questions for you. And I want you, before I ask you these questions, take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bring yourself back to center, because you may have kind of bought into the busyness and the hustle of the day, especially if you work and you've got kids and, you know, busy being busy. I just want you to feel your feet on the ground and feel your hands, and just where are you sitting? Just acknowledge your body for a moment, okay? And I want you to focus on your breathing in and breathing out and breathing down into relaxation. I've got a couple of questions to ask you. And the first one is, do you really want to change? Do you really want to change and up level your intuition? What is your body telling you right now? Is it saying, oh, I'm getting triggered? No. Like, what is happening? Or are you like, yes, I'm ready? Put it in the chat box, let me know. How are you feeling when I say, do you really want to change? Do you really want to up level and grow your intuition and your life? Essentially, this means you become more conscious. If you become more conscious, you become more aware. Therefore, abundance and all of the things that come with that, they come to you. Are you ready to shift and change and up level and upgrade in your intuition and in your consciousness? Pop it in the comments. Write down any feelings that are coming up for you. Do you feel triggered? Do you feel heavy? Do you feel like it's this far away? Or do you think, yes, I'm willing to do this, I'm willing to grow? Now, I've got people in this 21-day upgrade challenge that have done different challenges with me before, and they're excited because some of them made it through the 12 weeks or made it through the 3 days or whatever. I'm doing these things all the time, and they had huge amounts of growth because they showed up and they were willing to change. Okay, so sounds crazy, but I'm not just talking to your intellect, I'm talking to your being. So some of the things that I'll be doing over the next 21 days is there may be entity clearings. There may be different things like chanting or light language or just Reiki. Because mind, body, and soul, we require a lot of different things to feel these different parts of who we are. So, what else was I going to say? So up leveling, what is it? What is up leveling? Now, many people think that up leveling and getting to the 10K months or getting to the 50K months or having more, more come into your life, like happiness and joy and abundance and not stressing about how you're going to pay the bills. a lot of people kind of feel like it's just so far away, and they feel like it's a content. They feel like it's an intellect. They feel like if they learn more and more and more and more and more, that one day they're going to get there, but they haven't learned enough yet to be happy, to be abundant. I want to invite you to the reality, to the dimension of that is not real. That is not real at all. I can tell you that I did not pass school. I can tell you that I get my words backwards, that I'm mildly dyslexic. I can tell you all these different things about me. It doesn't mean that I don't have 50K months in my business. It doesn't mean that I don't have consistent 10K months. It doesn't mean that I don't have time for my family. It doesn't mean that I don't have love. It doesn't mean all of these different things. It has nothing to do with intellect. It has nothing to do with passing school C or whatever it is they have these days. It is really about coming into ourselves and, like my top says, believing in yourself. So are you ready to really shift? I'm going to give you an exercise today because this is a mindset exercise. I'm really a soul shifting coach, but the mindset is a huge part of it because we have experienced conditioning, a lot of conditioning in this life and other lives as well. The conditioning from our upbringing, from society, from even past lives, from our intergenerational, coming through the genes. So we have had these things put in place that stop us in our tracks when it comes to intuitively up leveling, because we don't think that it's safe. We don't think it's safe because it was never safe before to up level, to upgrade, to shift, and to use our intuition. Intuition is coming back to you, trusting your gut, trusting your knowing, and not going to the external to find those answers. Now, sometimes we have to bring that intellect in and go, right, okay, cool. So I want to be a Reiki practitioner. I require to go to a Reiki master to do a Reiki program, or to do a program to, up level myself. I require some coaching on this. That there is an external coming in to support the internal. But what I'm trying to say here is when we come to that deep knowing, that deep set I am, that deeper I am, of if my whole world crumbled around me right now, I'd be okay because I've got my roots down and I know who I am. I know what I'm desiring. I know what my mission is on earth. I know what my purpose is, and nobody or nothing external to that can bring me down. The external is to serve me for the things that I require, the knowledge that I require, but it's not there to fix me, because I do not require to be fixed. When we have that deep sense of intuition, when we have that sense of turning up our potency, Magnificent Mediumship is one of my signature programs, right? And I know there's some people on here right now watching that have done it. I didn't teach them how to do mediumship. I taught them how to remember who they were. Same with Release Your Block, same with all the things I do. Same with this free, incredible challenge of 21 days. It's about remembering who you are on the internal and being okay in the quiet and coming back to you and knowing the external is all there to serve you. So going into the external, going into what that is, right? And what are we willing to drop out of our lives now in this let me know. Put it in the comments. Are you busy being busy? Are you so busy you don't know how you're going to fit everything in? Are you freaking out? How long is this live going to be? Oh my God. Is it going to take much heaps of my time? I'm time poor right now, as well as broke, as well as not having everything on. Where are you feeling that you can't kind of hold on? You're just holding on. Maybe you're just below, above the water. Now, if you think you're just above the water right now, honey, you're under. You're bopping right now because you're getting a breath. This is not the way to live in this 5D reality. So we have to look at some of the things that we can drop out and some of the things that we can add in. Because when I went to the doctor 5 years ago and I said, I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm good, I just haven't slept for 5 years, but Yeah, so like I'm just above the water right now, so I may need some meds to help me because I can't leave my house. I'm feeling like this and this and this. And they said to me, you're fine, go to the beach. And I was begging, please give me some meds, please give me some meds. And, you know, what I realize now, reflecting back on that, is I was looking at the external to help me when all I had to do was be true on who I really was. And, you know, I was this medium who was hiding my gifts. I was exhausted and I was overworking because I had a family, I had a business, I had all these different things. So where are you overwhelmed? Where are you overloaded? And where is your body yelling for you to come back? Where are you, so just delete that, where are you asking to come home, but you're too fucking busy to let yourself see? You're not using your intuition. In fact, you're pushing down your intuition, going, stay down there, don't come up. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Oh, I've got a headache. Oh, I've got this. Oh, you know, and so your body is doing this. So it's the mind, it's the body, it's the soul. Where are you doing this? What is coming up for you when I say, have you been pushing down your gifts? Have you been expecting the external to come in and help you? When I was thinking I was drowning, I'd already drowned. I'd given up. And then I awoke. The suffering led to the awakening. Live or die. Unfortunately, some people do. They take their own lives, and that's just before they're going to have this huge, like, whoa, like, you have to come back to you, to come back to who you really are. That 3-year-old little girl, that 9-year-old little boy, you know, coming back to who you are as that core. That is where the true essence is of you. And this is what this 21 days is about. Doing very simple things to come back. So the first thing I want you to do is to get a piece of paper or to get your diary, right? And what I want you to do is I want you on one side write drop and one side write add and put a line down the middle, okay? Try not to sneeze right now. Okay, so what are you willing to drop out of your being busy life? What are you willing to drop out now? Now, the way I want you to look at this, guys, and this is actually, I won't be doing this every day because I'm more of a soul shifting coach, but this mindset is really important. So you can actually come back to this and actually remind yourself. So I do this quite often with myself. So we want to drop habits and we want to also drop mental habits and practical habits, okay? So I'm actually going to write some down because I'm going to do this with you guys. Guys, this is my challenge as well, okay? So here's my pen here. So what I'm going to write down, and I'm actually going to get a black pen. So hopefully everyone can hear me, okay? I'm going to get a black pen so you guys can see it as well. There's a few things I'm going to drop, and I want you guys to do what it is that you want to do. My computer's not working, I'm using my phone right now. So here it is. For me, I'm actually going to drop TV because TV is one of those things that is literally taking up my time in the evenings. I'm addicted to True Blood. I love it. I'm just going to completely drop it because it's distracting me. And what I'm going to add in, if I am going to watch the screens, is going to be on training. It's going to be educational. It's going to be mindset stuff. It's going to be Eckhart Tolle. It's going to be my courses and my programs and the ones that I'm doing. So it's going to be like, I might say it's going to be educational. Unless it's educational, it's no screen time. And I'm actually going to do that for my whole family. So my kids, I don't know how they're going to feel about that. But that's what's going to happen. I'm going to totally drop television out of my reality for the next 21 days. It is just not going to be in my reality. I am taking this, to the next level. The other thing I'm going to drop, that's a habit for me, is alcohol. Now, I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but definitely if I want to chill out and stop thinking, I will have a glass of wine. And I don't want to do that. And it's the same with food, like binging food, like chocolate and chips, and it's going to go. I'm not available for it anymore. And also I'm going to drop having late nights and the mind chatter, which is mindless stuff, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to add in way more water because that's what my body requires. I'm also going to add in, what else can I add in? I'm going to add in meditation every day. I'm going to add in breath work. So breath work. I'm even going to add in prayer, intention setting, exercise. Now these are things that I do, but I don't do them as much as I should. And these are the things that I do too much, okay? But because I want to be next level. I want to be next level upgrading with my intuition. And I'm doing amazing. I've had the best month in business I've ever had. But it doesn't stop there. So I want it to get better and better and better with more overflow and more joy and more abundance and more life. So what is this for you? I want you guys to put them in the comments, pop it on your piece of paper. What are some of the things that you can drop? Because, I mean, that is literally just off the top of my head, but I've never given up TV. For 21 days, I'm not going to lie, I've given up alcohol many times and it's been great. I've drunk heaps of water and I've exercised and I've done all those types of things, but I've never given up television for 21 days. Television is an addiction, okay? So for me, what is for you? Because I really want you guys to be able to, do this for yourself. It's not what I'm telling you to do, but you can set your intentions today on what you want to achieve in the next 21 days. And what I'm really desiring is to be coming back to me, to that next level of intuition. So my connection with spirit, with source energy, with other people, to see myself in others and have to deep connections. So these are the things I do, but there's always another level. And I know it can get better and better and better. And I know, everything I do is beyond the money. It's about contribution. Everything I do is on the soul level. And, I know I can do better because I've got habits, mental habits and physical habits that are not totally pure. So to be this pure vessel, I'm giving up TV. Like, that's my big thing. What is your big thing? Let me know. Pop it in the comments. What is something that you're addicted to? Now, the interesting thing is, it's just popped in, is, I used to be Catholic. And we used to do Lent. So we used to give up things for, I'm not sure how long. I'm sure someone probably knows on here and they can pop it in. But my mum would give up chocolate and, mostly it's chocolate. And then you have Easter eggs after you go to church. But for me, it was always like, I must give up alcohol. And in my early 20s, so I liked a lot of alcohol then. What can I give up? What can I give up? And it was more of a sacrifice. And I don't want you guys seeing this as a sacrifice. I really want you to see it like an invitation to turn up your intuition. Now, some people won't do it and some people won't be ready for it. And there's no judgment, like whatever, like this is your life. You get to do whatever you desire to do. But like I said to my husband and I've said to my coach and I'm saying to you now, is I desire to be a next level intuitive being. I desire to have abundance coming through and overflow as well as spirit communication and joy. So to do that, I've got to drop some of the being busy, the whole, got to get the kids into bed by 8 so I can watch TV, or I desire to go, I'm a clean vessel, so what is required today? So when I talk about prayer, I'm talking about not giving yourself up to God. I'm talking about really praying to, whatever you believe, your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, God, whatever you desire, whatever resonates for you. And it's really saying, help me, give me the strength to show up as who I am, to remember who I am. Someone just said, drop junk, especially sugar, and add in more meditation. Beautiful. And the thing is, we're not all conscious all the time. It's impossible. Like, we're doing these unconscious things all the time because we are in this dimension. But there's another dimension. There's a dimension of ourself, of our soul. And then there's the mind dimension. And when we are addicted to thinking, so you can drop the TV, you can drop the and add in some water and all that type of stuff. But if you're not coming back to yourself and taking back your mind and calling back yourself, you get stuck. And that's why I created Relationship Blocks, because you get stuck. And I was stuck. I was very, very, very stuck and very obsessed. And Eckhart Tolle, I'm doing a program with him at the moment, and he talks about having a mind virus. And when we have a mind virus, it takes over everything. And I experienced that not that long ago. I had a thought, and then my ego fed that thought. And then I got obsessed about thinking about trying to figure out how to fix something. And you guys know what I'm talking about. What is that for you? The thing that you're obsessed about, maybe it's getting to the 10K months. You get obsessed with it. Maybe it's about, finding the right partner. I really want a boyfriend. I really want a boyfriend. I really want a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever. Maybe it's about getting something, and we get obsessed with this. Or somebody hurts you. Somebody hurts you, and you get really obsessed. How could they hurt me like that? And you get obsessed and obsessed and obsessed, and you start talking about it and feeding it and creating this problem, this other. When we create problems with other people, we're creating separation. And when we create separation, we're coming away from ourselves. Now, I know this is kind of deep. For some of you, you'll be like, oh, yeah, get it. Some of you might be like, what is she talking about? But coming back to the now, it's important to say, what can I drop out of my current life, the distractions? So what is distracting you from being all of you? And I realize I've got some pretty amazing freaking books to read. And TV is so much fun and so easy, and I can just lie there and just zone out. There's nothing wrong with television, but I'm watching it to zone out. What if I could actually meditate to zone out? What if I could come into prayer or chant or just allow myself to feel what I'm feeling rather than distracting? So, like I say, it's not going to be like this every day. I'm really just kind of riffing on this to go deeper, and so you get an understanding of what I'm about as well. Because I am deep and I am really like intuitive, and I will bring in things that if you're not like woo-woo, then you literally may be kind of like, yeah, this is too much for me. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to do this. I understand. But if you're with me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Tell me you're with me. Make that commitment to yourself. Numbing with TV. Yeah, exactly. Numbing yourself out. I love True Blood because it's got enough drama to feed my ego. And I used to be obsessed with Coronation Street when I was really depressed, and I love Coronation Street, but I was obsessed with it that I had to get my fix. I had to. Thank you, Rachel. Woo, Cheryl, you guys are all with me. So what are you going to drop? What are you going to add? Now for me, I know that I have not been drinking enough water. I have not been breathing enough and stopping and coming into presence and meditating enough because I've been busy creating programs and doing this, and I'm a mum and I do this, and how many people do the comparing game? I'm busier than you. Well, at least you've got a cleaner, but I'm busier than you. You don't have to work as much as me, and we do this comparing game again. It's coming into that whole, well, I've got it worse than you. The comparing game is ego as well. So we are going to housework. You're going to drop the housework, or you're going to add in the housework, Rach? I don't think you'd be dropping the housework. So what habits do we have that require to be broken? Okay, so some obvious ones are alcohol and cigarettes and eating. Like kind of talking. Do you talk to somebody too much on the phone and you're like what they call gas bagging? I don't even know what that means, but gas bagging, and you're talking and you're talking and you're talking about politics, and you might be talking about Coronation Street, and then you're talking about this and you're talking about that, and you're doing all these things, and the next minute you go, oh my God, where did the time go? Holy shit, I'm so busy. I've got to do all these things really fast now. We create the chaos and we create the time poor, and we also create the scarcity. So Rachel said, drop it. Yeah, because Rachel is a very, very incredible, her house is amazing. It's very tidy and clean. I got a housekeeper because I wanted to drop my housekeeping. So I got a housekeeper, and so now I can have more baths. And I've had a bath today, and I'll probably go have another bath. I've had baths every day, actually. I've probably had 5 in the last 3 days, because that's what I require to do to come back to me for the water, for the cleansing. So this really is about thinking outside the square. What can I drop that would create more space for me? And also, what can I drop to break the addictions and the dramas that are currently playing out? I ask you to really get honest with yourself, because it's so easy as a human being. So I pay a girl once to come to the housework, dinner, kids for the after. Can I have her phone number, please? You're on your phone? Wow, it sounds amazing. So it's time for you to go, I'm going to get really honest with myself here. Am I ready to shift? Am I ready to change? Am I ready to take responsibility? Because as a human being, it's so easy to blame. It is so easy to compare. It is so easy to go into jealousy and envy. It is so crazy. So we are in this world that is insanity, but it doesn't have to be insane. You can live in this paradox. There's the 5D and the 3D. There's the mind, there's the energy, there's the practical skills. So looking at what is happening in your brain, are you addicted to something? Do you have a thought that you can't stop thinking about? What is your self-talk like? Are you like one of my clients messaged me today and said, I'm such a knob. I'm such a goober. People are constantly putting themselves down. I'm such a dick. I'm so dumb. What was I thinking? And I'm just like, wow. Like, I used to be there. You know, I used to call myself dumb and perfectly average. You know what? I'm one of the most intelligent people I know. Maybe not on academics and papers, but I know how to be the energy. I know how to be successful. And successful for me is not money. Money is just one of the tools. Successful for me is connection and joy and inner peace. But the ego doesn't want the inner peace. The ego wants the busy. It wants that separation. It wants to be right. So wherever you want to be right, wherever you want to succeed and you think it's external, it's not. And if you can't hear what I'm saying, Jess, you're not on the replay, hun. It's live. Wherever you think that, and wherever this isn't making sense to you, ask the question, do I really want to change? Because this next 21 days, my friends, is about the energy. It's about the vortex. It's about the shift. It's about the paradigm that we are in. It is not about what you're going to get from me. It's not about the time you're investing into this that's going to shift you. It's about the coming home to you, remembering who you are, looking at the practical habits you can quit, or not even quit, right? I'm quitting alcohol and television because they are clearly things that I do to not think. So yeah, the vortex, the vortex. My hands are so hot right now. I'm surprised they're not red because Reiki is flowing to you all. This is a big day for me. This is a supermoon. That's why it's been created right here. It was going to be on the 1st of April. No way, Jose. The supermoon. So bathe, honor yourself, come back to yourself. And things that don't serve you, bye-bye. Okay, so if you just want to cut down, if you're a smoker, like cut down. If you're a drinker, cut down. If you are an unconscious eater, that's one of my things. I'm like, chocolate. And the next one I go, did I just eat the whole block? Oh my God, it's going to go straight to my ass. And now I think it's funny because I'm like, oh, you're like, seriously, you just ate the whole thing of chocolate. I'm going to ask you something. Please don't call yourself any names on here. Because like I just said, when people are saying I'm a goober, I'm dumb, I just don't get things, I'm slow, I'm perfectly average, which was my one, it's not real. We all have the same abilities. We all have the same gifts. We change. Of course, some of us are stronger. Obviously, academically, some people are stronger than me. Like my sister-in-law's a lawyer, very successful lawyer. And I'm like, I don't understand those words, what you're saying. And I'm way too woo-woo. So energetically, I may be more kind of connected, spiritually. And with her, she's got discipline. And we've all got different strengths, right? So Please do not diss yourself. Please be really positive. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're feeling something and you're like, I'm feeling triggered right now, say it, like jump on here and go, guys, is anyone else feeling like triggered? Because what you're about to do by cutting out the crap and adding in some stuff is you're going to shift, you're going to detox mind, body, and soul. I don't know how I'm going to feel in 3 days after no TV. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually scared. I'm scared that I might lose my shit, because how am I going to switch off? So what can I add in? So the meditation, and meditation doesn't mean you have to be sitting there and doing it all exactly like they say on YouTube. Meditation may just be lying on the couch in silence. Meditation may be going for a walk. Meditation might be sitting there and breathing. Cut down worrying about my kids. My kids will be in the future based on behaviors. Now, I know that it's not fully shifted to live that yet. We have to let go of guilt. We have to allow, going to the gym. Thank you, Stephanie. That is amazing. And I actually am signing up to go to our local gym just so I can get out of our house and work out and then come home by myself, because it's very meditative. So thank you for that. It's about bringing in new behaviors. If you are drinking too much alcohol, go drink 3 glasses of water. That's what I'm going to do. If you eat too much chocolate and you're addicted to sugar, because these are like simple things that are like actually legit. Our human bodies are like, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I'll do anything for a cigarette or a drink or some chocolate type of thing. These are the things that are happening. Goodbye guilt and trauma. These things are not like even real. These things are from like past behaviors, and that we got them to keep us safe, but we have to know that we are safe, right? So this is the deep stuff, which, like I say, I'm going deep into now, but on an everyday basis, I'm just going to be raking you or whatever. Addicted to sugar. So what can you do? What can you add? Being clever as well, being real clever. Like, well, I do like carrots and hummus. Like, who doesn't like carrots and hummus? But we go, nah, get the bag of chips. So our bodies desire, I just want carrots and hummus now, because I'm like, oh, yum. But our brains go, no, but get the chips. But we have to start listening to our body and fueling our soul and stopping the mind from being addicted, because the ego wants to be fed. It's okay to be boring. It's okay not to want, drama. So every time you feel the urge to get drama, come back. Every time you are like, oh, the urge for the cigarette or the drink, or everyone's got habits, everyone. Then you go, okay, come back to me, come back to center. You can do things like you can use an oil. I've got my Hailey Benson oil, my blend. You've got crystals and water, and we're like, oh yeah, they're not going to do anything, but they do. So breathe it. Yeah, someone just said boring. Yeah, I was petrified of being boring, so I used to drink a lot of alcohol. Go figure. Do you know why I drank that alcohol? Because I didn't want to think. I didn't want to think about if I showed up, if people were going to receive me. And now I act like I used to act when I was drunk. Like, I'm just really honest. Now, I didn't realize, what is a good crystal for guilt? Yeah, well, what is a good? Go Google that. There's lots of different crystals. For me, I am drawn, when you say that, to the amethyst, because it's about spiritual connection. And if you are connecting and aligning to yourself, I'm sure there's some crystal experts on here. And also, I don't know what this one's called. I'm sure someone could tell me. It's a beautiful, beautiful one. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Emma might know. But this one here, it's about speaking your truth. And guilt is, it belongs to somebody else, because you took on someone else's perspective of what you think you should have done. Like everything from relationship breakups to decisions that we made or we didn't make, or whatever, all of these things, we have to know that everything happened because it was meant to happen. So supporting yourself with these elements, these vibrations, blue lace, that's what it's called. Thank you, Rach. Allows you to bring your frequency up and also your vibration. Because all of this upgrading is to do with you. I'm just sharing the experience that I'm going through as well, because I'm ready to quantum leap again. And I do this often. I quantum leap and I quantum leap and I quantum leap. And I had the biggest month in business because I came home and I remembered who I was. And I'm willing to let it all roll off. Now, I was talking to one of my clients today and I said to her, you remind me of a Hatchimal. You know those Hatchimal eggs, or those eggs that the kids get and they have to soften up and they start breaking and stuff. And I said, before you had the egg and it was cracking, and now it's breaking away and you're coming through. Because that's how I see energy. Oh, that's what you're holding. Oh, I thought you said that's what you're holding. Yeah, that's what I'm holding here. So Rachel said it's blue lace. Very intuitive. So it's really about cracking away and allowing that to crumble down. And that crumble is the negative people. That crumble is the people that no longer function at your vibration. A lot of people say to me, I'm so petrified, Victoria, because if I go through this, if I do the relationship blocks or whatever it is that they're talking to me about, they go, I'm afraid my relationships are going to shift and they're going to change. And I don't want to lose it. And I go, well, it's up to you. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to be you? Because the truth is, if somebody absolutely adores you for your core essence, not the external things of what they can get from you, we're talking about relationships here mostly, then they're going to grow with you. And that's what my husband did. That's what I did. And we grew and our business grew. And you know what? It's never about the money. So if you think things are about the money, please go and do this inner work and go, so what connections do I have to money? And I've got a money masterclass coming because 50 people said they want me to do it. That won't be happening for a wee while anyway. But, you know, what are the habits, the practical habits you can shift now? What is the mindset? What kind of mind chatter do you have? Do you have control over your mind? Or are you just addicted to your thinking? And what is that thinking? Is it negative or is it positive? And a part of this 21-day challenge is it's really about waking up in the morning and I'm going to say to you, okay, this is what I'm doing today. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to add in. I'm going to just sit here, you know, whatever I'm going to do. Usually you can't shut me up, so I probably won't just sit there. But the thing is, it's about coming back to you daily and choosing you before the world. Now, many people have got children and businesses and jobs as well as the businesses and partners and a household. I get it. We are all busy, really, really busy. But are we too busy to love ourselves and come back home? Are we too busy to do what really matters? And that is choosing ourselves. It's time to really, I'm actually going to pull you guys one card for the collective. So yeah, this is you before the world. Absolutely. You have to be. You have to be you before the kids. You have to be you before the partner. You before everything. What are you willing? How that egg, it has to crack. You've got to grow through it. No more scarcity. No more broke mentality. No more my body this. It's not doing this. Your body is not doing what you want it to do because you're not ready to change. So I'm going to be very, very honest with you. And if you guys don't like it, lean into the trigger, or you can lean out. It's up to you. So I want to be up before the kids. Yeah. So I was up this morning at 5:30 and I was up yesterday morning at 4:30 or something ridiculous. Now that's why I'm going to start cutting out TV and going to bed really, really early, because I've got a lot of downloads coming through, a lot of programs of the things that I'm doing. And I don't have the space for TV. It has to go. I've got the space for massive expansion, massive abundance, massive love and connection, but I don't have the space for TV. So that has actually, my expanding, my up-leveling, the abundance coming through has become a lot more potent and powerful than the TV. So that's kind of a bit of food for thought. Honest, bring it. Yeah, well, I'm very honest. Remember to be childlike, enjoy ourselves. Yeah, and this takes practice, guys. I get it, because we're conditioned. So dropping and adding in habits and mental habits. Now, what I want you to do, a good mental habit as well, if you, because I'm getting that some of you might be addicted to thinking and drama, because that's what most humans do unless they are practicing every day, is I want you to stop yourself. Okay, so as soon as I want you to make a mantra. So as soon as you catch yourself going, oh, I'm such a dick. Oh, why did I do that? Right. And like going into that story, I want you to stop yourself. And a good thing is to tap yourself on the head. This is what I did with my mediums the other day. Tap yourself on the head and be like, I'm potent. I am me. I'm perfect. Something like that. Like make up your own mantra, or like, I'm a divine being and I own myself. So create something. You can pop it in the chat box. You can pop it in the group if you like, but stop yourself in the track, because the victim mode stuff is getting boring in this 5D reality. It's not required. It's actually not relevant. You can't have 5D. I mean, you can't have victim mode in 5D. You just can't. Trust me. It gets really wonky. I pulled you guys a card, and it is change. And it says the change that you're going through are positive. So even if you feel the crumble, even if you feel that people are looking at you strange, like, what are you doing? Are you shifting? They may feel that grabby energy. It may feel a little bit negative. You may feel a little bit of judgments. Lean in and allow and know that what you're doing by coming home to you, by practicing every day, by dropping the old and adding in some new, like really positive kind of clean, pure habits, what you're actually doing is you're shifting everything. This ripple effect will go everywhere, and it's absolutely magical. So change is on its way. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. This has been a long session. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. And I just want to let you know before you jump off, one of my clients messaged me and she goes, I'm so excited for this 21-day challenge. And she goes, I'm so pumped. I'm already feeling the energy of it. So just to let you know, the energy, especially of the supermoon that's right now, this energy, this vortex is enough to shift you. Now for the mind cannot kind of get that. The mind is like, what are you talking about? Because it's like, I have to do this and this and this and this and this. No, you don't. You don't. Yeah, it is a massive energy. And this is what people pay me for, is to be in my vortex. And I'm sure they pay you too if you're a coach or a practitioner, or even just a person, like a person with any type of job. You know, you can be paid for being you. You don't have to have those labels connected to it. So the vortex is enough to shift you, even if you don't understand. Understanding is secondary to being. Prioritize, absolutely. Prioritize you. And if you feel the crunchy, lean in. Because, you know, couldn't come at a perfect time, more perfect time, putting everyone else first. Yeah. And you drop the TV and bring on the books. I'm with you there, Helen. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit scared. I've never gone to this depths of shifting before, and I've been quantum leaping like intensely for the last kind of year and a half, and this is next level. So I'm going to show up unapologetically as myself and do the same, and please add people in. This is 3 weeks, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of energy shifting in here as well. So and gifts. Hayley Benson has just messaged me, and I've got a funny feeling that we're going to have some of giveaways from her as well. I use her oils. I use my blend, and for people who join my 6-month program, and my mediumship program, they actually get a ball of this. It's worth about $46, I think. So we're going to have some products to give away as well as cards, because I love giving. It's so much fun. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. I absolutely adore you guys and this energy already. And yeah, let me know who you are. Introduce yourself to the group, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the full moon.